Alright, what's up guys? This is Dante Fido. Hope you guys like that little intro I made, since basically all of my attention now, and instead of WoW, it's going to be put on my Starcraft 2 videos. So, as you know, with every character I've had on WoW, I made an intro for that, so now I'm making an intro for my Starcraft 2 videos. So, this is me versus in a 1 vs 1 versus Sketch, who you can see right there. Me and him are talking back and forth. This was played on the last day of the beta at like 4 in the afternoon, I think. So, and he's talking about, well, what are we gonna do when we don't have the beta anymore? And he's like, on with life. And I was like, unfortunately, yeah, because I fucking love playing this game. So, you can see he's Zerd, I'm Terran. He's flying his Overlord over there to see what I got. I'm doing the standard Terran build when first seeing a Zerd player, which is to block off your shit as fast as possible. So you can see I'm doing the supply depot with the barracks, blocked by more supply depots. He's already got Zerdlings coming out. He's going to try and rush me. Fortunately, this is a large map, and his Zerdlings have got to run almost all the way across the entire map, which conveniently was the exact amount of time that I needed in order to stay alive. You see he's coming up right up to my base, and I've already got a Marine. He got one, but I already have another one that I used to shoot away his Overlord that was spying on me. So now I've just got it back there, and it's just picking off all his Zerdlings. So now he realizes that, okay, the Zerdling rush isn't going to work. What am I going to do now? And his decision is to continue to make more and more stuff, while I basically just kind of sit there and fortify my position. And you can see I'm getting ready to build a factory, so I'm going to go ahead and drop some siege tanks in there in case he decides to keep hitting me with ground forces. That way we'll be able to stop that little maneuver. And then I'm going to upgrade my command center to a whatever the fuck it's called that lets you scan stuff. I don't even remember. That way I can just kind of keep an eye on him without having to actually send units over there. That's one of my favorite things about Terran, is their ability to scout without ever having to like actually go out and scout. You can just kind of scan your enemy and see what they're doing. So, that's pretty nice. And you can see there I'm also building a starport. So I'm getting ready to send in some air units his way, and he's just going to try and bust down that barricade. She's got roaches. And, well, that barricade is basically what stopped him from rushing me. So I guess he sees it this way, as it's a pretty big threat to him. So you can see there now I'm building a second starport because I'm going to tech up here. And I'm going to start producing Banshees, which are just a wonderful toy to use against the Zerg. So he's already broke through the first. He's made it past both barriers, and he could probably try and rush me right now, which he might decide to do. That probably isn't in his best interest. Although he is, and you can see I just fucking stomped his attack force. There's no way he's getting through there. Not when I've got it barricaded off with siege chains and Marines. He's not busting through that anytime soon. See, now if I was him, I would start going air, and I would fly my troops up the bat side of my base, and then just kind of resource like rape me, just so he's got something that he's trying to do. Because it's pretty obvious here that he's not going to get any ground force through there. There's not really anything he can do. But he's going to try. As you can see, he's got a mass amount of Zerdlings. And unfortunately, while he's making a basically useless ground force, I'm producing more and more Banshees that I'm going to hit him with pretty soon here. And now my siege tanks have siege mode, so now I can basically destroy anything that gets within 5 feet of those supply depots. You can see there I'm just kind of spying on him, so I was like... So I can see right there that he doesn't have anything to, protect it. He doesn't have any spore colonies or anything to shoot down my Banshees. So I was like, alright, it's time to stealth, and it's time to fly in there and fuck this guy up. If anything, just to fuck up him and his resources. Just so I have, like an economical advantage over him. Which seemed to work pretty well. So now I was like, alright, well, let's just see how much we can really fuck him up. We'll take out his hatchery. But he's got an overseer and he's got some hydralists coming after me, but that's not enough to take me out. So now just dropped his one of his hatcheries. So he calls up more hydralists, and they managed to take out one of my banshees, but I've still got actually, I don't think those are upgraded, but so now I'm just kind of just capping out all of his stuff just to see what I can get. And his queen manages to take me down, which kind of sucks. So now he's just kind of chilling with his Zerglings there, and he's probably trying to figure out what to do next. And you can see there I've scanned him. I already know where his other expansion's at, so I'm getting ready to hit that in a few moments here. You can see he's turning all his Zerglings into Banelings. I guess he's just going to try and rush me. You can see there he said it's pretty much GG, but he's going to play it out. And I was like, I like your style. That's good that you're not just going to... Just because, I mean, you've still got a decent force left. It's pretty much useless because, I mean, ground units can't even attack me anyway, so... So I guess he's just going to come in and see what he can do. So here he is. He's getting ready to roll in his Banelings, and those just get destroyed, absolutely slaughtered. So he's going to make more while I backdrop into his hatchery, or his lair, I guess that is. So yeah, 5 cloaked overseers, or yeah, nothing. Yep, and there's the GG. He quit.